not begin now as a grown man. Because of my father... Dear my fellow Nigerians, I have refrained from engaging with vitriol, scorn and suspicion directed at me online because I was not raised to trade in lies or to indulge in false narratives. I did not do so as a child, and I will not begin now as a grown man. Because of my father's involvement in Nigerian politics, there has been a persistent curiosity and, at times, a malicious obsession with me. Why? I do not know. I have no social media presence and no interest in maintaining one.
Hey you guys, I'm sure you're wowed already. Wait until you listen to the remaining part of this audio made by Peter Obi's son. Like someone said on the comment section, so you can actually separate Peter from Obi from his son's revelation. So you guys, I'm sure most of you have seen pictures online saying that Peter Obi took a picture with a gay boy and all that. This is the boy that celebrated his birthday, and that there were pictures of Peter Obi and the said boy who is addressing himself as a her and all that. And people were now saying, how can his father be in politics, a very renowned politician, Peter Obi for Labour Party, the obedience we all have been carrying around, and his son is misbehaving in the UK. This is uncalled for. How can his father be so responsible and his son will be so irresponsible? They were complaining upon complaining, dragons upon dragons, all sort of things. Before we go further, you guys are highly welcome back to my channel. This is Jenna's channel, and if it's your first time here and you haven't subscribed, you are highly welcome. And if you're old, you are the real deal of the day. Please, it's time for you to please hit on the subscription button. If you look down below, you'll see a red subscription button. Please click on it, and also beside there's a notification bell. Also click on it so you always get notified whenever I post a video. Thank you very much once again for coming back to my channel. So like I was saying from the beginning of the video, Oseloka Obi, Peter Obi's son, who is in the UK, born and bred in the UK. His pictures were making the rounds on social media a few days back, saying that he's involved in a male-to-male relationship and all that. People started saying all the things I said from the beginning of the videos, calling Peter Obi out. How can he be so responsible and having an irresponsible son? So many narratives on social media. They started bringing other politicians' sons that are misbehaved, the likes of Governor Soludo's son that is dancing to a Rasta song. Look what the hot body can do on social media. They're like, what are all these politicians' children becoming? They go out there, point as in portraying themselves as excellent politician leaders of today, and their children are never going to be leaders of tomorrow. They're leading in the wrong direction. So Oseloka has come out to clear the air, because people were beginning to misinterpret the whole thing, calling Peter Obi out. How can the father who cannot take care of his children, treat them, groom his children well, become a leader of Nigeria and all that? So Oseloka came out to clear the air. He said he's not the social media person. He's not this type of person that comes out online to respond to trolls. But since this one is getting too much, they've been changing narrative and taking out his pictures from the movies he's acted. He said he's an actor, a director, a writer and all that. And most of those things they see online are fictions and all that. That people just pick out the pictures he took of movie sets and then begin to change the narrative just to bring down himself and the image of his father. And that is why he is coming out here to talk. And according to him, that there are more problems in Nigeria than people talking about people lifestyle and all of that. Why won't Nigerians focus on the problem at hand, or seeing that Nigerians are no longer suffering, Nigerians are no longer eating from hand to mouth, they're not working like lions and eating like ants and the rest of it? So I'm just going to give you the opportunity of listening to Oseloka Obi narrate and explain himself, telling us reasons why he is not who people are saying he is. And as you watch, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.
Dear my fellow Nigerians, I have refrained from engaging with vitriol, scorn and suspicion directed at me online because I was not raised to trade in lies or to indulge in false narratives. I did not do so as a child, and I will not begin now as a grown man. Because of my father's involvement in Nigerian politics, there has been a persistent curiosity and, at times, a malicious obsession with me. Why? I do not know. I have no social media presence and no interest in maintaining one, so I rarely correct these falsehoods. But perhaps it is time I address them. I understand that gossip follows those connected to public life, but let me remind you, my father is the one in politics, not me. To assume that my life or choices are somehow political statements is a flawed and childish calculation. It reveals more about the pettiness of those spreading such narratives than it does about me or my father. This pattern has become all too familiar. Individuals opposed to my father seize ordinary photos of me, images that are neither hidden nor secret, and repackage them with false stories. These are not revelations. They are not exposés. They are simply misrepresentations, fiction spun from pictures. I have seen this happen to others, but experiencing it myself repeatedly is deeply unsettling. Still, I want it to be known clearly. What is being circulated is gossip. I am an actor and a writer by profession. Many are surprised, given the businessman, entrepreneur, and economist my father is. I'm sure he imagined I might follow that path. Yet, though my career is far from what he envisioned, he fully supports me. Unlike many children of Nigerian politicians, I have never relied on nepotism. I was raised to know that my father's wealth is not mine and that I must build my own life. My chosen path is in theatre and filmmaking, so far from the world he inhabits. An industry that embraces diversity of class, race, sexuality, and identity. I portray characters vastly different from myself. Yet some online use these roles against me and my father, presenting fiction as fact. I trust any rational person can see how absurd this is. More importantly, Nigeria has far greater issues than idle speculation about what Peter Obi's son is doing. Our nation still struggles with insecurity, a weakened economy, crumbling infrastructure, failing healthcare, and politicians who steal from the people they swore to serve. And yet, for some, the priority is to spread gossip about who Peter Obi's son appears with in a photo. This is a distraction from the real crisis that matters to all Nigerians. The truth is simple. Peter Obi's son appears in photos with his friends and his work colleagues, nothing more. If people wish to invent otherwise, I hope they sleep soundly, knowing they are spreading lies. Nor I or my father are perfect men, and as a father and son we have our differences, but I can attest to his integrity and his relentless desire to lead Nigeria out of its current hardships. In our home, as a child, the lesson was always clear. Face your work, do it honestly, and contribute to the good of others. That is what I will continue to do. So to those who attempt to distract us with lies, I beg you, stop pulling attention away from Nigeria's urgent problems. My father has my vote, not because he is my father, but because he is the right man for the job. If others wish to go low, invent scandals, or attack me to wound him, they are free to do so. But we will go high, and we will continue to focus on the future of Nigeria. With love, Oseloka Obi.
So you guys, that was in very clear terms. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, like, and share.